No. All right. We are going to get started if that works for y'all. We're going to try and get the. Yeah, I don't need notes. I can do this. No big deal. Welcome to the. I'm going to close this door real fast. Got it. Thanks. Because I'm loud and I know that I'm going to make everybody mad. So I'm assuming you're all here because you didn't want to learn more about AI or account management. I understand it. I promise you in today's session, we are not going to talk about AI at all. Chris yelled at me when I said that. She's like, wait a minute, everybody's talking about AI. And I said, yeah, and I did it. We talked to your group a couple weeks ago about some great AI tools, and I'd love to have that conversation, but we're not going to talk about that today. So what we're going to talk about today is selling to the modern buyer, or what we call stop selling so hard. So what we're going to start with is if you learn nothing else from this presentation, you're going to get one benefit out of today's presentation. I need everybody to stop what you're doing. This is why I brought you all in. I need you to find somebody next to you and introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, what you do, and figure out if there's a way you can work together. One of the things we don't do in these sessions enough is you walk out of here and you didn't meet anybody, you didn't talk to anybody, you don't know anybody any better. So in the sales presentation, we're going to take literally 90 seconds, turn to somebody you don't know, which is why we all came up from the back of the room, and just introduce yourself, tell them what you do, tell them who you work with. I would recommend you ask the question, how can I help you? Great. This is who you are. This is what you do. I'll go first just so you see what it looks like. My name is Brad Kettle with a company called Growth Mindset Sales. We're Sandler trainers based right here in Grapevine. Love that they put this meeting right down the street from my office. I work with small and medium-sized business teams, account management teams, sales training teams, sales leadership teams to help them hate their jobs less. People I've found today hate selling. It's hard. It's difficult, and they don't like it. They come to me and they say crazy crap like, I don't know how to prospect for new business. Help me. Or they say, hey, I got all these opportunities coming in, but nobody ever closes. They just sit in my pipeline. Help me. Or, dude, my boss told me to cut my price 25% in order to close this deal, but I don't get paid if I don't get that deal. Help me. So that's who we normally work with. Hey, the way we close these is say something like, does that mean we should have a 20-minute conversation? That's a 30-second commercial. I'm giving you that free training today. I want everybody to take literally 90 seconds. I'm timing you to find somebody you don't know. Tell them what you do. Tell them who you work with and talk about, hey, there are synergies. Can I work with you? Can you help me? Can I help you? What can we do better? Go. Okay, then meet somebody else. Okay, if you have not switched, you need to switch, and the other person needs to go now. I'm just making sure. All right, we're going to spend 10 more seconds. All right, are we all done? We all good? We all have a... I'm going to bring you all back in. We're all coming back in. So let's all look at the camera and say, take that, you people that didn't come. They can't do that project. That's what you get for not coming to the session, right? So look, I know where you guys are at. I spent 20 years in the digital marketing space. I did it all. I ran ads. I used to be the guy behind the computer pressing the buttons. I did everything all the way up to managing multiple sales teams, regional sales teams, global sales teams. My experience in the digital marketing space drove me insane in the last 10 years that I was there. I loved where we were growing. I loved where we were headed. But I kept struggling with, particularly when I moved into the role of being a buyer. As the VP of marketing and sales, as the head of programmatic departments, as I started running these things, I kept having salespeople and account management people come to me and do the craziest stuff to try and sell me stuff, their products, their service. And I kept looking at people and going, this is just the worst part of my job. The worst part of my job was to have my one meeting a week where I was trying to learn something new and having somebody come into my office. And so when I finally hit the end of it and I just said, I can't do it anymore, I decided to use my powers for good and not evil. And I came in and I said, I've got a lot of experience and a lot of background on sales and selling and account management. And how do we do this? And so I went to go partner with a company called Sandler Training. Anybody ever hear of Sandler Training before? Please, some one person. That's wonderful. I'll make a note and tell them they need to work more on their management. So Sandler Training is literally a 50-year-old training and marketing organization. And what we've done over 50 years is develop processes on how to get people to help sell better. I learned how to do it 20 years ago when I was in sales and digital marketing, and then I forgot about it because I wasn't using the muscle in order to do it. And then the last 10 years when I was managing teams, I started bringing people to come in to train my teams. And I said, look, I want to go help people. So my goal, I get where you guys are sitting. I don't know what everybody does. I'm not sure where everybody sits, but I know the industry really, really well. And I think one of the things when they asked me, hey, Brad, would you be willing to come out and talk? I wanted to say, yeah, but I don't want to do AI and I don't want to do all these things that you're doing. I want to help people stop doing the things that are stressful. Stop doing the things that aren't helping you sell stuff, right? And we all do it because who knows why we all do it. So we have time, so we'll do it. So who knows what the first rule of public speaking is? Say something dramatic and awesome at the beginning so everybody puts their phone down and pays attention. I think that's the stupidest rule. You're going to find that I break a lot of rules as we go through this process. So what I want to do is launch our little aha slides. I want everybody to do, oh, wait a minute now. Why are we in the middle of it? Let me get back to the presentation. State of search intro. Let's present. Start from the beginning this time. Everybody get out your phone. We're going to play a little game. Shoot that. Hey, all you people that aren't here, you can shoot that too, hopefully. And if you're watching this in a week, you missed out. Everybody in, yeah? So I want to ask you guys a couple questions. Once you're in, notice I don't gather your email information. I don't gather anything. You should have a question. What is your favorite pizza topping? We are the session before lunch. Who's hungry? I am. This is how we figure out how to use the tool. Everybody tell me what your favorite pizza topping is. Extra cheese. Dang it, somebody in this room. Who did it? Somebody and I cannot be friends. So we all know how to use the tool, right? Good. That's the important part. Hey, what's the number one ingredient you can't add to pizza because it's disgusting? Who did it? You don't have to admit. One of them, right? One of these guys dialed in, did it. They're the ones that came in and put pizza or put pineapple. Yeah, it's pineapple. You can't put pineapple on pizza. I don't know why anybody does it. So real quick, so I know who's in the room. What's your role? There's a couple roles here. If I need to give you more time, who here does the work? Who here manages the people that do the work? Who here sells the stuff that does that? Who's the account manager? Who keeps happy clients? And who's the boss that calls the shots? And if I need to put more time on there, somebody holler at me. I was kind of in a rush. I didn't want to go through this too much. Okay, so here's what we've got. We got a lot of managers. That's good. We've got some people that sell, some people that do, and some people that run the show. Great. That helps me try to tweak a little bit of how we talk to this group. Okay. That means, hey, since nobody said, hey, I'm an account manager, I keep the clients happy by working with them frequently. I'm assuming maybe somebody has that role, right? But I'm going to lean in a little bit more to the salesy stuff and the manager stuff than I am in the account management stuff. Yes, sir. Do I need to put the QR code back up for those that came in late? Good Lord. Hold on. Let's go back. Does that help? Everybody wait for him. What's your name? I'm sorry? Senate? We'll wait. We're going to go over. It's cool. I know the guy presenting behind. No, we're going into there. I can go as long as I want. This is great. Keeping you guys from lunch, and I talked about pizza already. What kind of a jerk am I? I'm
not a pizza person.
Oh, no. This session is going to be rough. I used to have a slide on here that's like, hey, before I got into pizza, that was like, what do you think the most delivered food was in 2023? This is sad. All right, I'm going to close this back up. How long have you been in your role? 1 year, new, still 6 months, been learning my job, been doing this for 10 plus years. Yowza. I can't teach you anything you don't know already. Let's talk about AI instead. It's new. It's cool. So a lot of us have been, multiple of us have been doing this a long time. Great. Good. That's good to know. I always like it when I get brand new people. Hey, what words come to mind when I say the word salesperson? It's okay. I know we're all in sales, but what do people call you? Look, we're all going to Thanksgiving next week, right? What's your crazy aunt going to say? Oh, you're in sales. You're blank. Slimy. Chatty. That's interesting. You can answer multiple things. This is where I normally have AHA playing in the background too, but I can't. Apparently, I'm not able to do two things at one time today. Aggressive, untrustworthy. Ooh, pushy. Tip of the spear. Somebody's a sales management leader here. Who's the guy that runs the sales team? We're the tip of the spear. Experts. Experts good. Waste of time. Smarmy. Hey, guess what? Salespeople are closest to attorneys and political people on the other side of the way we believe. The political people that believe the way I do, they're not this. But the people that represent the other side, they're smarmy. Look, we have those of you who are in sales, we've picked a crazy role because people don't like us. People think we're aggressive, untrustworthy, manipulative, that we're just order takers. Why would we do this job? Well, hopefully we do that because A, it pays the bills. For a lot of us, it should pay the bills very well. But we have to understand that we're not liked, right? And part of that is because of the years and years and years of the way we've been taught to sell stuff is broken. We're kicking down doors. We're trying to make people buy stuff. And if we don't change that, you can't change this. And if you can't change this, you're always going to struggle with, I'm an untrusty, they don't trust me. I'm too chatty. I'm smarmy. I'm too eager. I'm pushy. I'm an order taker. I'm a waste of time. That one hurts, man. And trust me, I sat there and watched it. I felt like, as I had people coming in, I kept trying to tell them not to be a waste of time. 2 more questions. What percentage of salespeople hit their quota in 2022? Less than 25%, 25 to 50, 45 to 60. I like numbers in 5s, not 4s, so I kind of made it up a little bit. This is going to be based on HubSpot numbers. HubSpot 2024 said 24% of all salespeople hit their quota. Not 1 in 5. 24%. So that means by extrapolation that 24% of the sales teams didn't hit their quota. So 24% of the sales managers that did hit their quota probably kept their job. It's terrible. People don't like us and we're no good at what we do. Why would you do this? This is why nobody comes to my session. Here's the tough one. I think I misspelled solution, so please. I did that so the AI bots wouldn't learn that it was an AI thing. That's what I just learned. I can say that after the Days Up conference. So how many times have you been working on a lead and you presented it and then the guy ghosts you? It happens. Happens a lot. We present stuff and then we get ghosted. And then what do? If you learn nothing else, well, I'm giving you one of those. If you learn something else in this, I'm going to tell you, you have to get rid of the words, hey, I'm just following up. It is the worst waste of your time. It's one of the worst sales advices I've ever been given. Hey, follow up to them on death. Call them every week until they say yes. That is a waste of your time. If you have a better system, a better process, and a better way of going from A to B, right? You don't have to follow up. They're going to follow up with you. You're going to set expectations. But because we go through this the wrong way, we pitch a lot of information and it goes bad. This one's my favorite. How much money did we lose based on the fact that we've been following up? You don't think the sales process is broken. And I don't want your number, right? I just like to have pretty slides come up at the end, but I don't really, for the 1 or 2 people that tell me it's insignificant because they're business and wealthy, that's great. And we're not going to do the last slide because it takes too time, but I want you to think about, if I could get better at what I do, what would I do with all that? Look, sales is hard, and it doesn't have to be hard, and we make it hard. I'm going to go back to travel a lot, buy a house, find a good job. All right, now somebody's having fun. Hire a sales trainer. Let's get that one in there so I can, pay for the kids next month. Travel. Look, we all have things we want to be doing other than this. And we all spend too much time doing the wrong things in sales in order to get it done. So here's the deal. Let me get over to my slides. Here's my hot take. Sales managers, sales trainers, C-level individuals have put too much emphasis on closing. I don't know how many times I was told at the time, just go close that deal, close that deal, close that deal. We got to go close more deals. We got to go close more deals. And we've forgotten there are several key steps you have to do. And if you do those steps the right way, in the right order, in the right place, closing just happens. I know that sounds weird, right? But it happens. If we do the process the right way, we don't have to force the close. You don't believe closing is too important? We talk about it all the time. Closing is for, coffee is for, said the wrong word. Come on. Hey, look, you got to be louder than this, man. You can't do this to me. I had 2 cups of coffee. Coffee is for closers. Always be closing. All the bad advice you ever got in sales has got the word closing in it. I like this one. Salespeople don't take no for an answer. How do I know none of you saw Tommy Boy last week? Because you'd say nope for nothing. If you ever want to listen, we've got a podcast. It's a fantastic recording on everything I learned of sales. It was from Tommy Boy. It's genius. If you're in sales and haven't watched that this year, come rent it. Send me a receipt. I'll pay the $5. But literally, we have been promised that closing is the number one way to get a business deal, and it's just not it. So we're going to talk about a couple things. I'm going to be brief on a lot of this because we're already 30 minutes in. Cool? So a couple things I want to talk about. What are the big marketing sales pitfalls? I believe there are 2 major pitfalls we come into today. Hey, shockingly, I made these terms up. I didn't AI them or anything like that. 1, we have demonstration fatigue. Buyers have demonstration fatigue. And We have way too much free shit overload. They made me take the word shit out. So it's free stuff overload because we wanted to be safe for the kids and the video watching at home, but it's free stuff overload. Now, what do I mean by that? One, look, we have demonstration overload. How many people know in your sales process alone is your like third step or second step? Hey, can we get 20 minutes? I can show you a demo of my software. You don't know anything about these people. And we're running out to show you my software. When I ran programmatic, I looked at a new audience platform or a new DSP or a new buying platform every week for literally 2 years. And I would tell them when they came in, you can show me the platform. I'm not buying it. Well, let me show you the platform anyway. What do they think I'm going to do? Magically go, oh, I have to buy this? But we do it. It's the sales process that so many of us are given as saying, hey, here's our sales process. Introduce yourself, show them the platform, and hope they buy. Follow up with them until they buy. It's the worst three-step process ever, but I'm not going to drop names. I still get calls. I haven't done this in 2 years. I still get phone calls from platforms going, hey, have you thought any more about that? I have. I don't even do that anymore, but I still get follow-up phone calls on my cell number. So the sales process is broken and we're just way too reliant on, let me show you something cool. The other one is free stuff overload. How many of you work for an agency that might do a little PPC on the side? How many of you, the first 2 or 3 things you do is, hey, we'd love to meet you. Can I do a free audit? What are we doing? You get paid for that stuff. But we're out running free audits. Give me your access. Let me, this is what I used to do. I used to work for a really big agency out of LA. And my last year with them, I'm like, I want to go into sales because I need to make some money. And you want me to move to LA and that ain't happening. So my job has got a window. So let me go run sales. And the sales process, no joke. Hey, Levi's, we'd love to do this RFP. Can I get access to your SEO, your SEM? Can I get access to your website, your conversion pages, your data analytics? I'm going to take all that access back. I gave it to 7 different teams. Those 7 different teams would spend 6 to 7 hours a person writing a stupid report that I had to go deliver, and they never bought anything. It happened all the time. So we gave away all of our stuff. And what do you think they did with it? I got an agency record. Hey, this is other agency. It says this is all the stuff that's broken. What the hell are you doing? And that other agency did it. But we've written it into our sales processes like, oh my gosh. The reason these worked is we wrote this crap 20 years ago. 20 years ago when data wasn't everywhere, where you didn't just sit in an AI meeting or going to sit in an AI meeting or talk about AI later or have a discussion tonight over AI because that's all we talk about now. But when we didn't have data, I mean, no offense, like we can get the data on Google now, half of what we need. You can go to YouTube and get a software demo of just about any piece of software you want or need. We wrote these processes before this stuff was available and we never changed them. Now I got a lot of hot sports opinions about why. We're not going to talk about that today. I like my job. I'm going to keep it. But it happens that as we move into today's modern buyer, right? They have all the data. They don't need the demo. They don't need the free stuff. They don't need all the things that are ingrained in most sales processes, 1, 2, 3. They don't need us. And here's the issue. Because of this, our sellers get less time in front of buyers because they don't call you until they've already made a decision and they just need you for one little thing and let's go. You didn't influence the process. We get fewer opportunities because they don't want to talk to us. They put up so many walls and barriers and we don't know how to get around them because all we want to do is show you a presentation or a deck or a demo or give you some free stuff. And at the end of the day, a lot of revenues are going down. We're cutting prices in order to get deals. I don't know about you. When I was a salesperson, I don't like cutting prices because that meant I'm getting paid less on the deal. I didn't work any less, but at the end of the day, I need to do it. So this is a big problem that we're seeing in the market today. Okay. It happens. Here's the issue. Every day, if we don't look at how to do things differently, if we don't talk to people about getting outside of their comfort zone and doing things differently, then you're going to keep having these mistakes. I'm going to prove it to you. So we talk about this at Sandler. Those of you may have seen some of this before. It's old, it's new. Again, we're refreshing it. let me ask you guys this, and this is where you guys have to be involved in the discussion. These are the 5 typical buyer steps. So I want you to think about the last big thing that you bought. Okay? Furniture, car. Who thinks they can put these in the right order? Somebody thinks they can put these in the right order. Normally we do this in a disc session and I figure out who the D personality is. And then I'm like, oh, that person wants to jump in and play. Anybody? Help me out, man. I can't be high energy if you guys don't help me out. Somebody chime in. Express interest. What's next? Obtain information. What's next? I like it. Yeah. I like somebody got to the honest answer. Doesn't avoid committing anything. Let me share it with you. Here's the right answer. Most of the time when you're going through the buying process, you express some sort of interest. Right? Step 1, I have some interest. How many people went into a furniture store in the last couple of years? You've expressed interest. You've acted motivated. Yeah, I'm interested in buying a couch. That'd be great. I'm gonna look at this one and this one and this one. And you get the information you need. What are my prices? What are my options? What are my colors? You gather all this data, and what do? I love talking about car dealers. Car dealers at this point, I look at you and say, what? We've all bought a car, great. You've test driven the car. You know the price. What do they say right before you're getting ready to leave? Nobody. Guys are killing me here. Like, we need to, like, I know. Thank you. Hey, what do we have to do to get you in this car today? And you start, oh, I'm not ready for that. You start avoiding the commitment. Like you're bored as heck and have nothing better to do than drive around cars you may or may not buy. You're clearly obvious, but you start lying, avoiding commitment, and then you disappear. So what's our normal selling process? Right? These are the 5 steps. Who can put them in order? What do you think the sales, you guys are all in sales. What does your sales process look like if it was in these 5 steps? That is a great answer, and I love it. I'm going to make a new slide for this and be like, oh, close, 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 and close, right? Doesn't make a difference what order. There you go. I like that even better. Close, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. So we normally go through a process of some sort of needs analysis. So you say, hey, I'm interested in your service. Great. We have some sort of needs analysis, right? And then the next thing we do is, let me show you the demo. Come on, man. Woo, let's get you in the demo. Let me show you your free consulting that I should get paid for, but I don't. And then you go, great, this is awesome. Let's close. And then what do? Oh crap. Well, they didn't close. Now what do? Well, let's talk about why we didn't close. What don't you know? What didn't I do? What do we need to see? What does that look like? We handle objections at the end of the process. We've wasted hours of our life putting together presentations and demos and meetings and crap. We didn't ever actually talk about what the objections might be. And then, hey, it's Brad. You know, we got a great deal going on. That offer ends in the end of the month. Can we get you back in to buy that furniture or that car or this software? So what happens in the stupid world we live in is we put these together. I expressed interest. I'm the buyer. Great. Me, little Jojo the circus boy, runs around and does half a minute of needs analysis that you're actually breathing, and you'll have me come in and meet. And they say, great, we'd love to meet with you. And then you run in and give a proposal or a demo or a deck or something crazy. You waste your time. And now what do we get? Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. Give me all your pricing, your options, your data. Give it all to me. I'm going to set it right here. And we're going to think about it for 2 or 3 weeks. Is that cool? And you try and do some lame, no offense, let me give you the closing process. Well, let's write down the pros on one side and the cons on the other. And if the pros up, that's how we've been taught to close. And they say, man, they avoid commitment. And what do? Trying to handle objections. They're already avoiding commitment. And then they disappear on you. And you spend months going, hey, I know I demoed you the software 3 years ago. Would you like to see the new stuff? No, I don't even do that anymore, bro. Get rid of my cell number. This is broken. And this is what we do all the time. And here's the really stressful part. You're all in sales in some way. You know it's broken. And you lie about it all the time too? When was the last time you went in and looked at furniture? Hey, great. Thanks for coming in today. Can I help you find something? Immediate reaction. No, I'm just looking. You're wasting your time on Saturday looking at furniture? What kind of broken person are you? Bro, it's Nebraska Furniture Mart. I've got 10 billion square feet of furniture for you to look at. And you're just here to walk around. But we are so broken by the sales process that we know that we go through this. When we are salespeople, we should look at people and go, well, look, I'm a salesperson. You're a salesperson. Let me tell you what's going to happen here. And they would go, great. Here's my name. Call me when you're ready. But we do it too, and we're salespeople. We're just as bad. I don't even want to talk about the guy that knocks on your door and tries to sell you solar or whatever. Dude, we don't tell them anything. Like, dude, I mean, you came and interrupted me, and I know you got a sale. So what does this lead to? This leads to two things. Educated buyers. They know your price. They know what you do. They know your demo. They've seen your software. They've seen everything. You even told me all the crap I got to fix. And it leads to frustrated salespeople because we don't know what's happening next. So here's the take. Modern buyers, right? Do you need me to go back to that screen? He's taking pictures. I can send you the deck. It's not that exciting. Modern buyers have all the access to the data and the information that they need. They don't need salespeople anymore. Just don't need us. And we gave them all that power because we want to vomit all the information over them. We want to tell them all the data. We want to tell them features and benefits till they're blue in the face. And we just think they're magically going to buy something. And we gave them all that power. If you struggle with that, or you know people that do, it's because we've given up the power. So I'm going to go around. I'm supposed to stop in like 8 minutes. Are we okay if we go about 5 minutes over? Okay. So we're going to do one more project. Is that cool? Because I'm going to prove to you that I'm not lying. So here's what we're going to do. You can see that? Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're only going to do 3. I want the first row to get together, second row to get together, and the third row to get together. You're going to be lions. You're going to be eagles. You can be sharks. Nobody likes elephants. I don't know why we do elephants. Everybody wants sharks. So here's what I want you to do. Take 2 minutes. We're not going to spend much time. As a 3, 3, 4, make a list of all the reasons that your animal's butt. Why is your animal the best? No time to Google. We don't have a half hour to do this process. You can lie a little bit. It's okay. I'm not going to Google search you. Take a minute. Come up with 2 minutes. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Come up with the top 3 or 4 reasons why your animal's the best. Go. I'm not going to chat GPT. These guys, I can't. Look, man, I don't know what they're doing. They got a chat GPT on the side. They're streaming this bad boy.
Looks serious. Yeah, probably says the most toys as well. Oh, see, that's a good one. Yeah. Has numerous women friends, I guess.
I have done this presentation quite good. I knew this was going to be fun. This is awesome. Wait, you don't let marketers finish. I hate that people stream this. I mean, I get it. I'm sorry. I know you're doing it. Now you're like, come join us. We're having fun here, right? You want to go want something else? Yeah, they're all. I'm going to follow up with them.
He's good looking.
Has great hair. That's awesome. All right, we all good? Like we don't, like I said, I'm not going to give everybody 30 minutes to do this. We could. Okay, we're going to start in the back and work our way up because everybody loves sharks for some reason. So sharks, tell us why the shark is the best animal on the planet. Why did I do this with this group? Okay, keep going. We can smell blood in the water. There we go. Feared predators. They've been around the prehistoric. Nice. Okay. Okay. Never let marketers do this project. Hey, when I watch this down the road, don't let marketers do this project. I love this. Dude, I need to put Cocaine Bear up here then. We're going to make that next. I'm going to change elephant to Cocaine Bear. Like, hey, they made Cocaine Bear about the bear. All right, thank you. Everybody heard those? We're good. Number 2, what were you guys? Eagle? Eagle. Why does everybody want to be an eagle? Why are they the best?
Their nesting ground is out of reach, which means they're protected for their young. They're an endangered species, so you can kill them. I'm sure. They're the national symbol, American mascot, which is the greatest country. They're a respected animal, but they're also no one else cares about any other types of birds.
Nobody cares about any other type of bird. That's awesome. So we're not Googling any of that. So yeah, that's great. Good eagles. Okay. I'm going to apologize to you in the back. I heard lions. Just go with it. All right. All right, lions, go. We started with King of the Jungle. That's nice.
Relationships. Great head of hair, the male. Great hunters. No natural predators. No natural predators. Yeah, number 1 going Broadway show.
And lots of spin-offs as well.
Yeah, a lot of spin-offs.
Probably could kill every single one.
Except the eagle, they're protected. Okay, so we've heard everybody's thing. Who wants to change animals? Yeah. Okay. So what's the point? Features and benefits don't sell crap. It doesn't work. You just gave me all the features and benefits of what it means for me for these guys to go, well, I do have great hair, the lion, but I could be a shark prehistoric. Features and benefits don't sell anything. Quit giving a demonstration with your features and benefits as your first step of your sales process because nobody cares. It doesn't do anything. All sales really is, at the end of the day, is a process where you're trying to figure out what's frustrating you. What keeps you up at night? What are you worried about? What are the biggest pains you're seeing? And let me see if I can solve that. And if I can't, let me refer you to somebody else. But if I can, how can we help you come along that process? It's not, dude, I've got great hair and I'm the king of the... But we've just been told all along that we just got a feature and benefit. I don't know how many of you are new salespeople. I was talking to whoever he works for. Poor kid's been given all the features and benefits, and he's just out there vomiting. And I'm like, bro, don't do that. Stop what you're doing. Like, they don't care. So don't sell features and benefits, even when people know that that's the end of this game. Features and benefits don't get you anywhere, right? We're traditionally told modern buyer can find all that crap on the internet. By the time they call you to come in and do some work, it's over. So we're not going to do why have a system because we don't have enough time. One of the things okay, we'll do it. It's fun. I'm going to tell you that the system you guys have is broken. Most people have a broken system because of that, or they have no system. Normally the first step in this, and I'm like, hey, get out a piece of paper and write down your sales system. What's your sales process? And most people look at me and panic because they don't know. So here's a question. You got 60 seconds. You ready? Here's the process. I got to find my little timer. 60 seconds. I want you to count as high as you can on this process. In other words, everybody find number one. You get 60 seconds to get to the highest number you got. Normally I have a prize, but I forgot my prize. So go. 90 or 60 seconds. How high can you get? I also love doing this after we do disc sessions because I can figure out who the high D is, and they're the ones like competing really, really hard right now. And then the I person, it's like, I just hang out, have fun. I'm a high I, by the way. All right, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Who thinks they got the highest number? I'm not going to ask who got the lowest number. That's just rude of me to do. I sometimes do it when I really want to make people feel bad. What'd you get? 11. Go. I'll give it. 36? 7. This guy's going to break my system. There's always one that screws everything up. 14. Go. What'd you get? 15. 18. 17. Okay. Respectable. We're not going to catch up to this guy. It's cool. There's always one. Screws everything up. What if I told you that there's a system here? I'm not even going to tell you what the system is. Where's number one? Top left. Where's number 2? Go. 15. You got 30 seconds. I'm going to give you less time. Start over. See how hard you get. I'm going to distract this guy.
I got distracted. It's all
That's a
on
great system, by the
the
way.
side, evens on the right, and the columns.
10 more seconds. How are we doing? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many people got more than they did last time? You have a system. It's all we did. And most salespeople system stops at, let me come out and demo this product for you. And that's it. That's not going to work anymore. Those days are done. So I'm supposed to spend time. We don't have time for an argument. Here's this. If you don't have a system and it doesn't look something like this, we need to have a conversation. We're big believers in having a system. And if you can walk through a system like this, you're in great shape. But if you can't, you don't understand, how do I develop rapport? How do I have an upfront contract is how to run a meeting. If I'm not talking about buyer's pain, budget, and decision-making, I'm not getting anywhere. And newsflash, all of this happens before I get to the fulfillment stages. The fulfillment stage is, when do I demo something? All of that has to happen before you demo something, or you're wasting your time. So let me give you a couple key takeaways, right? Key takeaway. We have to spend more time qualifying our candidates or opportunities than we do try and close them. When somebody tells you, hey, always be closing, you say, no. Always be qualifying them. Always be understanding up front what's going on in this opportunity, and do I even want to bother trying to close the deal? If we spend more time asking our buyers questions, understanding where they're at, understanding what's keeping them up at night, and learning how to push those buttons a little bit to really kind of piss them off, so you can develop some pain and figure out, hey, if you guys don't have a budget assigned to this, is it really that important? I'm going to give you this slide. This is one to take a picture of. If anybody wants to take a picture of a slide, this is a real great basic slide. These are the questions you can be asking your buyers in this, what we call the decision wheel. It's a simple thing. Sorry, I'm totally in your way. So if you're not asking questions like this in your sales process before you give a presentation or a demo or a deck or anything, heck, you have to ask some of these to even qualify. If you qualify for a meeting, my time's valuable. If you don't have, when do you want to make a decision? Why are we even making a decision? What's broken? What are we trying to fix? Nothing. I'm just here to tell you information. I don't have time for that crap. I need to go prospect for a client that's possible. Who's going to be making this decision? Who's involved? Who do we need to invite to the meeting? What's that look like? Right? We talk a lot about, in our process, we talk a lot about how are you going to make this decision? Who needs to be involved? So if you're not asking these types of questions before you give a presentation or a demo or a deck or free consulting, you're wasting your time. The close ratios on that stuff are like 10%. Spend more time asking these questions up front. Find the clients that are frustrated and angry or worried or pissed off or losing money and are emotional about it, and then go focus on those opportunities. Stop just dumping stuff at people. 2, look, I'm not your boss. This one gets me in trouble with the boss. Okay? Always does. It's okay to disqualify a prospect. It's okay. The only time it's not okay is when your pipeline sucks. If you got nobody else in your pipeline and this is the only opportunity you're working on, you got to work that deal. And that sucks. But if you've got a healthy pipeline, your job is to disqualify people. You're not qualified to buy what I want. You don't have budget. You don't have time. You don't have a pain. You're just looking for information. Great. You can find that on the internet. Chat GPT my butt all you want. You can get everything you need. Call me when we want to have a conversation. But it's okay to disqualify people instead of running out and give those decks and those presentations. Quit wasting your time on that stuff. And the third is stop selling features and benefits. We've all been told it. Hey, if they just knew about X or Y, they don't want to buy. They don't want to buy. If they've got a pain that's something that you can solve, that's when you want to sell them. So stop going through this process of pushing and trying so hard to close an opportunity, trying so hard to get in front of them and give them features and benefits, or so hard in giving them a deck or free consulting. We waste all of our time doing that. And I know everybody that's in sales just shuddered saying, Brad, did you tell me I have to prospect more? Yeah, I'm sorry. That's going to suck for you. But what it's going to do is it's going to make you better at what you do. You're going to close a higher percentage of the deals you do work on. We're all going to make more money, which is why most of us are in this role anyway. And yeah, you're going to have to get through the stuff that sucks a little bit, but you're going to stop chasing rabbits that ever going to come in. All right? That's my time. I'm actually a little over. Questions? What do you guys need to know? What did I gloss over that said, hey, you're Brad, you're crazy. I don't want to ever hear this stuff again. Yeah. Tell me your name first. Courtney, what you got?
So there's been a lot of different ways that as a digital marketing agency, we're trying to figure out like what are the best ways to draw those leads or to like actually get them to not post us or whatever the situation is. Usually it's through the budget. And so for us, we're thinking, well, why don't we just like kind of qualify that again? Like what kind of budget range are you looking for? Just to make sure we provide you with an option that's within what budget you're looking for. So, but on your selling system, I think budget's further down the list. So just, I'm trying to figure out, is there a time, like is it customizable based on you client or type
Yeah.
of country?
Look, it's all,
Like 1, 2, 3.
yeah. Look, I'm going to go back to that slide real fast for you. So don't like, this is not, okay, I have to have a meeting and talk about budget. Oh, I have to have a meeting and talk about pain. I have to have a meeting and talk. I'm going to tell you that when we go through our process, I'm at the first call, right? Before we even qualify to have a meeting or a bigger discussion, if budget's a thing for you, yeah. Hey, look, we talk a lot about third-party stories. Hey, you know what? I was working with another client the other day. I'm going to tell you that they were asking for some of the things you were working for, right? And I'm just going to tell you that they were looking at like a $3,000 to $4,000 a month. When we put together what they needed, and they were talking about $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Is that what you guys were thinking? There's a lot of talk about how you want to talk to people. If you're a high I, I'm a high I. We talk about disc, which means I'm real outgoing. And I don't like to ask hard questions. So I look at people and go, oh, I don't like to talk about this, Courtney, but I got to know, like, if we don't talk about money, then I really can't help you. So I don't want to ask you this, but do you have a budget set aside for this? And they say, no, we don't have a budget. Hey, well, look, what you're telling me could be anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000, $300 to $350, whatever that is, whatever your qualification is. You do that before you even go out and meet with them. And you're going to have to work, this thing should be like a toilet bowl. They won't let me make that graphic for some reason. I don't know why. But you keep going around the process, right? Like, hey, a pre-qualify for a meeting is if you don't have some sort of pain that we've talked about, and we haven't talked even high level about budget, right? Or how we're going to make this decision. Great. Okay, I can come out next week and we can talk more. So yeah, great question, Courtney. Thanks. What else? Anybody else? Nothing? I like it. Good. So go tell friends how awesome this meeting was. We were way more exciting than some of the other meetings today. What we always say in our business, our company's called growth mindset, is growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. I'm going to challenge you guys as you go off into whatever world you're in going forward, whatever you're going to do to get better, right? Yeah, we'd love to talk to you guys, but if you're not reading, if you're not growing, if you're not learning something new, I mean, you're here, you guys don't get to learn. But these people that came here, you learned stuff today. So constantly grow and push yourself into new things. And if you're in your comfort zone all the time, you're not growing. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. If anything I said rings like, hey, we need to have a bigger conversation, you can reach out to me on the Learn More About Us. Just a quick sales pitch. We run trading foundation classes. We're starting one in January. We're wrapping ours up now. Nobody wants to learn in December for some reason. I don't know why. But you can get some more information about what that program looks like. It's a 12-week program that we run. It's available to anybody. And if you know large organizations that have 15, 20 salespeople that need help, we do custom sales training for them. We go into their office and we do those trainings. But we'd love to talk to you guys. I have some business cards here somewhere, but you can gather all my information there and reach out. And my business card's got a way to book a meeting with me. I really appreciate your time. I hope everybody learned something, except you guys. You don't learn anything.